Nothing like up music. I wanted to talk for a few minutes today. Happy Easter, by the way, to everybody. My name is Claude Diamond, and I'm the author of about 9 different books on sales and real estate, the gut sales method, and how to sell with guts. And I wanted to talk for a moment about confidence. I think confidence is huge in as it relates to success. Okay, and oh my gosh, how many times have we hesitated to pick up the phone, to speak to people, to speak our mind, to be assertive? How strong how much does confidence play in success? How much bad information? This has really got me started. How much bad information is there about success, about confidence out there? I met somebody. I go on Alignable a lot of times on which is a networking page. And it's the way I get new prospects all the time as a sales coach. And I met I met a quote unquote confidence coach. Okay. It's so funny. You've got to pay now somebody to help you be confident. Confidence, I'm gonna be very opinionated, and if you disagree with me, that's okay. I think I can even share. I have a share button here. That's cool. That's something new. Let's see if I can share something from my tab here. Yeah, let me show you. I have a map here. I'm going to show it to you real quickly that I made up. By the way, this mind map, and I made it up to be friendly user. It's got notes over here on the right-hand side. It's got a outline on the left. And this is what I'm going to be talking to my private mentoring group about tomorrow. Every Monday, I do a private with my mentees. I've been doing this a long time. I do one-on-one mentoring, but I always pick a topic, and confidence just seems to be a huge topic lately. I mean, anyway, this is the mind map, and if you guys would like it, send me a text. I'm easy to find. Just Google Claude Diamond. Send it to mentor at Mac, or just text me 619-206-5960. What do I always say? I'm easy to find. I answer my own phone. Let's go back here to stop sharing. And so you can have that mind map. You know, confidence, basically, it's a feeling of self-assurance. Okay. For those of you who are entrepreneurs, who are in sales and things like that, do you ever get that feeling of dread? I always say, when you go to the phone, does it feel like a cactus sometimes? Okay. And why do we get that feeling? Because when we call people up and we're reading a script, or we're nervous because we anticipate the rejection, or the same old questions, take me off your list. How did you get my name? I'm busy right now. Call me later. And you get all this reject. You get people who they're not enamored with your phone call. Okay. They weren't sitting around all day waiting for you to call and say, gee, hey, give me money. Here's my program. Here's what I sell. It doesn't work that way. And that's another topic for another day. Pattern interrupts. I have a great mind map, by the way, on pattern interrupts. Pattern interrupt is basically how do you engage a total stranger, a cold call, or even a warm or lukewarm call, or a follow-up call? How do you engage somebody in the first 5 to 15 seconds and get them to pay attention to you, to listen to you, to want to engage with you? There's an art to it. But if you're doing the same old stuff that everybody else does, hi, how are you today? I'm with ABC Corp and I'm just reaching out. Boom. What do you think's going through their mind? Rejection. They want to get off the phone with you. You interrupted their pot roast dinner. What are we having tonight here? I'm in San Diego, by the way. It is cold, wet, and rainy here. I don't know what is going on with the weather. This is the second winter in a row in Southern California. I'm wearing a sweatshirt, for God's sakes. I'm supposed to be I should have my Hawaiian shirt on and my shorts on. But and it's just cold here. But regardless, it's still a great place to live in spite of the crazy politics here, which I won't talk about. Confidence is empowering. It makes you attractive to people. How do you become confident? You have to know how to speak to people. You have to speak to them the right way. Okay, people love confidence. They love energy. Okay, I get on the phone, I talk to people every day. Another one of my rules, another one of my little mind maps and outlines is the rule of five. I speak to five people a day. I make five offers a day. This is my goal every day. I do five social medias a day. You can do one video and put it in five different places or post ideas or mind maps or pictures and things like that. I do, did I say follow ups, calls? I leave five voicemails a day, and my voicemails get a very high response, by the way. Don't just leave the same old voicemail. Don't. Here's the rule. If your competition is doing it, stop, because your competition, they're broke. Okay. They're working hard. How many people fail in business because they do the same thing that everybody else does? Follow somebody. Goes to my mentoring concept. Follow somebody who is successful, who is living the life you want. Okay. I had a mentor shortened the learning curve. Okay. Instead of the ups and downs and going from one guru and one program and one shiny object to another, I got one person who told me how to do it. Life changed, instant gratification. Nothing wrong with that. But let's so find that right one person. It doesn't have to be me. It's not. This is not a seductive, subtle stealth commercial. But find one person who you feel good about, who's comfortable, who's accountable to you. Doesn't just hand you off to a bunch of busy work or a bunch of recordings or some coach they're paying. Well, it's $20 an hour now. They changed it in California. You get $20 an hour to flip the burgers and run the French fry machine now. Amazing, isn't it? It remains to be seen the unintended consequences of that new law they just passed in California. To me, confidence is sexy. It makes you attractive. Okay. But if you're inside, you're broke. Okay. What do? If you're reluctant to talk to people and everything like that, you've got to basically go to my university, fake it until you make it university. You've got to, on the outside, you've got to play a role. You've got to be a thespian. Part of success is knowledge. You've got to know what makes people tick. You got to know the right questions. You got to have a system like guts. See that behind me? Do you give good phone? You've got to give good phone. You've got to be what I call a charismatic seller. Okay. And the thing about it is, do you need to know? We go into a lot of phone calls and we think we need to know every answer to every question. I'm Claude, I'm not ready. I hear this all the time. You're ready because you've got to go into the pit, the baptism of fire. What you've got to jump on the deep end of the pool, even if you don't know how to swim. Now, don't take me literally. Okay. I hear what you're saying. Listen, basically, you've got to go into it and practice. And you've got to have enough self-esteem and confidence to take every event and learn from it and overcome it. Okay. How do you build up your confidence? Some people say you got to walk on hot coals. What is it? Brian Tracy, who I love, he says you've got to chant your affirmative affirmations. That's it. I look in the mirror every morning and say, I like myself. That doesn't work. You know what? If you don't have two nickels to rub together and you walk on your hot coals, so you say, I like myself to the mirror every morning for 2 hours, that still won't change your pocketbook. Okay. You've got to go out and do it. And so yes, you have to have a certain amount of knowledge in the product or service or whatever you're selling. You want to be original. Throw the rules out. It's something I share with people. It's called IDGASL. If your ears are sensitive to New York City language, where I'm from, no kidding, shut me off at this point, okay? But basically, IDGASL, you got to get to a point where you say, I don't give a shit land, where you say to yourself, hey, I'm a good person. I give value. I'm not out to hurt anybody or steal. I'm out to help people, to sell my products and services that'll make their life better. That's the way you've got to look at it. Okay. And you just got to go for it. The best way to be really confident is to go. Okay, here we go. And here's really your takeaway. I wasn't going to do a real long video here today. Your Uncle Claude can only ramble so long on a Sunday morning, on a holiday Sunday morning. Good coffee. Nothing better. Kirkland's French roast, I believe. Okay. So how do you get that confidence area? Okay. First of all, you've got to have a certain amount of knowledge. Second, you got to have a product or service that definitely benefits people, not the next cryptocurrency or network marketing stuff. Oh, God, I'm too opinionated today. I've got to change that. But you've got to be able to get on the phone and just throw away the rules. You don't care. You don't. You're only in judgment of yourself. You don't care what other people say or think about you. To all things to thine own self be true. You just go out there and do it. You just do it. Okay. And if somebody gets upset or hangs up on you or whatever, you say, okay, that's their bad. Don't worry about it. You go to the next one. Someone today wants to give you money. Somebody today wants to give you a contract, wants to have an appointment with you. Something positive can, even if you don't make a sale, can you go out there and interact with people? And the way I tell my students is you got to practice all the time. I mean, practice. Practice with your coach, practice online. I do something. I think I'm the only trainer who does this really. I role play with my students, private and in group settings. I practice all the time. Give me the stall, give me the objection, give me the worst prospect you ever had, give me the worst situation, give me your nightmare. I mean, to most people, see, to me, sales is the $1,000,000 skill. And I've studied great salespeople. And how do you get there? How do you really get there? What do they have? What's the what's the stuff what's the stuff that super successful people who generate a lot of money, what do they have that the other 99% don't have? They have confidence. Okay. People, it's so attractive when you're confident, even deep down inside, I'm a scared little bunny rabbit. Okay. Okay. But on the outside, I play a role. And here's the thing, you only get confident if you have results. That's your takeaway. You've got to have results. Okay, all the coaches, all the hot call walking, all the mantras, all the affirmations, all that stuff, it doesn't matter. It's useless. Okay, because Monday morning always comes around and you got to start all over again. And all that good stuff on Friday, that $4,500 you paid to walk on hot coals and go to the hospital with second-degree burns. God, he does it. Boy, he's opinionated, isn't he? You better believe it. The thing about it is, the only way you get confidence is by success. When you make a sale, when I make a sale, I'm 2 feet above the ground. I'm a kid at a candy store with 20 bucks in my pocket. Used to be a quarter. Okay. But the thing is, when you make a sale, when you've persuaded, influenced another person, another company to say, I bring value to the table, even in this very crazy competitive world. Okay. I run a business out of my homes. I live in California, North Carolina, Colorado. I live in different places. I have no debt. I am debt free. That's what confidence can make you money. Okay. You're in a competitive world. Why should someone work with you when all these other competitors, they're bigger, they have spend more money on marketing, they have more employees, fancier offices, they have more whiz bang computer applications, and you need this and this. Why should someone just work with you? One person working out of their office live on YouTube or Zoom or whatever it is, because you exude that confidence. You have to fake it until you make it. And guess what? When you do make it, the confidence is real. It's natural. It just comes out. You basically, what's the personality of someone who's confident? They're happy, they're effervescent, they laugh a lot, they smile a lot. I have such a good time with my students. We laugh, we smile, and I have only one goal: to see them succeed. And I teach them all the stupid things I did so they avoid it. And I teach them the smart things so that they can go to the bank. And when you go to the bank, what do you think that does to your confidence? It's huge. It's monstrous. Let me look at my notes here. Here, I'll show you. I do prepare for these little things, guys. I think confidence is sexy. It makes you attractive. Okay, and please, I'm not talking about the big braggarts or the one guy at the party. You said, well, gee, I just bought some Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Well, gee, I just bought a Carvel franchise. I think it still exists in New York City. It's a ice cream chain. Okay. Tubby the Whale and all that. New Yorkers will know what I'm talking about. You need to act. See, the people prospects love your enthusiasm. They love your energy. And even if you're having pardon my language, a shitty day, we all have a bad day. Can you flip that switch and just turn it on? And when you're enthusiastic with somebody, you make them feel good. There's energy, electricity in the room. Okay, you're become attractive to that person. You got to work at it though. How do you do that? If you're Nobody believes this. I was the shy guy. I always say this. A lot of my videos. I got about almost 2,000 videos on YouTube. I talk about this. I was the guy who sat in the back of the room, never raised his hand, try to hide. I didn't interact and all that, and wasn't the happiest person. I changed, and I changed. I faked it as much as I could, and then I started seeing success. Okay, because I acted successful. What is the role? What does a successful, happy person act like, sound like? They have energy. They express their opinion. They don't. They go for it. They speak to a lot of people. I tell people, even if you don't call your prospects, okay. And it's, by the way, it is so easy to have a list, to have prospects, warm prospects every day. It's another book I wrote. It's Guts Attraction Marketing. I rarely do cold calls unless a client brings me a list of cold calls, or we go on to Zillow or something for some real estate calls. I don't do cold calls. I just do warm calls. People call me, they schedule with me, they text me every day. I speak with new people. And the thing about it is it's much easier to talk to a warm call. And I do that by just putting out content, putting out good information, keep it contemporary, keep it consistent, keep it, I got a list here that I'm looking at. Keep it compelling, good word. Keep it content driven. Keep it related to the content you're talking about. We're talking about confidence today. And most important, keep it non-commercial. We're overwhelmed by marketing and commercials. Nobody wants to hear another one. First 10 people to the back of the room, or the pop-ups and all that. Confidence is empowering. It's the moment you act desperate to a prospect. By that, I mean subservient or submissive. You generate, all you do is allow the prospect to manipulate you. Okay. They ask you a million questions. They pick your brain. They get a ton of stuff for free. And then they say the magic words. I'll think about it. I'll talk to somebody else, a spouse or whatever. Call me in 2 weeks. Take me, whatever. And they're in control. And then they ghost you. Okay. When you get on the phone with somebody, how does a millionaire act? So pretend for a moment you have $1 million on your desk, just a big pile of Benjamin Franklin's on your desk. Can you imagine that for a second? If you had that much money, do you think that would change your confidence, your level of of self-assurance? Absolutely. Okay. Does it sound materialistic? Who cares? The thing about it is, how does that person act? So part of my gut sales method, if you've heard me before, is to set an agenda. Hey, I want to make you an offer today on your property. I want to do business with you today. I'm going to ask you a few questions. You ask me a few, and I'll make you an offer. And if we can do business, great. If not, you please do me a favor, and you don't have to say you'll think about it. Just tell me to get lost. Fire me. That's okay. Doesn't that sound like a confident person? Sometimes I use pattern interrupts. I told you about that free mind map I have. Just find me and text me, Claude, I want your free mind map on pattern interrupts. I give away tons of stuff. I love giving away stuff to people. Here's my book on the gut sales method, how to sell with guts, the mentor, the guts. I've written a lot of books, a lot of packages. They're on my webpage. You can buy them all over the place. But I love to give away a lot of stuff to people, just as a way of introducing some of my guts concepts. I think life is short. I think you want to get to success as fast as possible. You have to do what other successful people do. You have to give good phone. You have to call people and have that attitude. You've got to control the environment. What's the environment you need to be confident? Be around successful, up people. Listen to happy music every day. When I started this program today, this live broadcast, I played Journey's "Don't Stop Believing." Up music, play good stuff. Don't play that boohoo music. Oh, it's so sad. No, you want to be up. You want to be a happy person. You want to enjoy life. How do you enjoy life? You have a bank account full of money. How do you have a bank account full of money? When you're calling about your products, services to prospects, you're giving presentations or whatever, you're up. Okay. You act like you don't need it. Okay. Hey, you do a lot of the things that we talk about from Mr. Cialdini. Okay. You use scarcity. You use reciprocity. You use a know, like, and trust. Yes, I am looking at my list. You use authority. Reciprocity is a big one. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Prosper, could you do me a small favor? We're going to meet today at 4:30. Could you get me back the contract by 2:30 today? Could you do me that small favor? And they might, and it's okay to keep asking. What's the worst they could say is no? Okay. I mean, you're going to give some guy a lot of money, and he's going to tell you to say, go to the mirror and say, I like myself, or tell you to walk on hot coals and all that stuff. That stuff is all temporary. Don't you get it? It doesn't work. It's you feel good for the moment. And then Monday morning comes around, as I always say. Okay, how do you keep yourself up? How do you move forward? Okay. Forget about the glass half full or half empty. The glass is always full. Maybe not my coffee cup right now. Excuse me. God, I was only going to do this for about 15 minutes, and here we are 20 minutes into it. This is just a subject that comes up so much. You want to do yourself a favor? Go online, Google confidence coach. It's a joke. Okay. They got a million people. No, I'll tell you right now, no one person can give you confidence. You have to give it to yourself. How do you get there? You practice. Okay. I don't care. I tell my students, I want you to talk for 30 to 60 minutes with strangers. Okay. I know mom said don't talk to strangers, right? I will go to the Walmart greeter, go to the nice person when you leave the Costco, that nice person who checks your receipt. Can you make that person smile? Can you engage other people? Can you engage strangers all the time? I go up to people walking their dogs. I say, "Oh, I love your dog. What kind of dog is that? Oh, that looks like a great dog." You'll see somebody walking down the street with 5 chihuahuas. Wow, how come you don't have 10? You know, why would anyone want 5 chihuahuas? I know chihuahua people don't get mad at me. Okay, they are a little bit yappy though. Um, Set yourself a reasonable goal every day to speak to somebody new. Make offers every day. Create an environment of success. Okay. And just um, seeing if anything I left out. And I said earlier that if my university, fake it until you make it. Just go out. You're having a bad day. You're having the bank account is down to zero. You just go for it. Somebody today wants to do business with you. They're going to give their money. They're going to give a contract. They're going to give an appointment to somebody out there. It's you. What do I say at the end of every one of my videos? No one deserves success more than you good people. I've been talking to you people for, 28, 29 years. Okay. I coach people in real estate, in sales training, the gut system, and in marketing. And what's the one thing? Okay. I want to see success in the first 30 days. That means you go to the bank. When you make money, what does that do to your confidence? When you get another person to agree with you, to want to do business with you, to want to engage with you, it can be social too. Nobody wants a sad sack. Okay. Nobody wants a I had a guy. Oh, let me share this with you. I was on a networking call last week, and it's when you meet people. It's like speed dating, but it's for business. Okay. And I said hello to the guy, and that was the last word I got in. He gave me this boring presentation about stocks and bonds, and he was using all these abbreviations. Well, the ABC goes to the IND and the CTS, and I don't know what the F he's talking about, okay? I couldn't wait to get off the phone with the person. He didn't know how to engage me. He didn't know how to make me smile, how to make me laugh, how to make me interested in his product or service. All he was doing was reading a boring script. By the way, scripts, this is where I get into trouble. Okay. Take the kids out of the room. All right. Listen, maybe grandma too. She can't hear anyway. Listen. Okay. Scripts suck. They really do. You're not treating someone like an individual. If you cannot spontaneously engage with another human being, it's not gonna work. Oh, my friend Jason, let's see who's on here. My chat. I've been ignoring my chat here. Jason Richter is on. Awesome. Well, thank you, Jason. Happy Easter. Happy Good Friday. Happy Ramadan. Happy Passover. What else did I leave out? Did I leave anything else out? But the thing is, if you act submissive or subservient to the prospect, they will take over. Okay. If you act confident, what does acting confident mean? Hey, sir, I'm very busy. I'd love to help you. Can we just cut to the chase here? Don't, when you pick up the phone, by the way, don't say, do you have a minute? Oh, I know you're busy, but don't do that stupid shit. Pardon my language. Don't do that stuff. You get a prospect on the phone, you go right for it. Check my pattern interrupt mind map, by the way, if you need ways to engage people in the first 5 seconds on a cold call or a follow-up call. Okay. You get somebody on the phone, you get a prospect on the phone, you go for it. Don't think about it. Just go for it. Okay. Ask them questions, find out their needs and greeds, find out their problems. I'm an emotional salesperson. That means I don't give premature presentations. Do you suffer from the agony of premature presentations? It's horrible. Okay. Don't give presentation. Ask questions. Be their therapist. Be something like that. Jason says, thank you. Back at you, Uncle Claude. Yes, absolutely. It's a pro. I don't get paid. This is not a sponsor. I wish it was. I love Champion clothes. I love Champion Under Armour clothing. No more Nike clothing. Not going to get into that. But be a champion, like the shirt says. Be a winner. Act like a winner. Go out there. IDGSL. IDGASL. I don't give a you know what land. Okay. Go out there. Talk to people. Ask questions. Act like you don't need their money. Create an environment of success. Be around successful, up people. Read up books. Okay. Study successful people. How are they different? Become a 1%er. Out there, you have to take. It's in my one book here. Let's see if I even have it here. I don't. Oh, this is the first book I wrote. The Mentor Teaches Success. You want this for free? Text me. I'll get it to you, or buy it. God forbid. I don't care. The thing about it is, one of the rules in the Mentor Teaches Success book is that you become successful when you take responsibility for yourself. We all think, well, jump from one guru to another. We need this application. We need to do this and this and this. You don't need anything. You need some sales skills. You need a little understanding of human behavior and psychology. You got to know what makes other people tick. How do you make somebody else know, like, and trust you? Okay, what are the words you use and how do you use it? You learn to become so confident, our theme for today, that you can speak spontaneously. I know sometimes we're all deers in the headlight. God, what's the greatest fear that everybody has? Public speaking. Oh my gosh. And I think right up there with public speaking is probably sales. Okay, it's right up there. How do you go into a room? How do you talk to strangers and just be this relaxed, comfortable person? You get to a happy place in your life where you IDGASL. It turns on people, by the way. They say, gee, I like that person's energy. I want to be like that person. How do you get there? You practice. You're consistent. You get in a role play. You have a sales system that embodies conversation. Okay. Charismatic conversation. Okay. Knowing how to engage people. Okay. What do you want people to say? I always say this, and we're going to leave here in a minute or two. I don't want to keep you guys having that big ham dinner tonight and all that good food. Oh yeah. What are we doing tonight for? Oh, spaghetti and meatballs. My wife makes the best spaghetti and meatballs. Homemade meatballs. Oh, it's good. Mary, here's a secret. You want to know my secret of success? Okay, before we go. Okay, it's real sick. This is real important. I'm going to get in so much trouble. marry your high school 16-year-old girlfriend who has more money, better credit, and is a great cook. Okay, secret of success. Absolutely. Anyway, I want to thank everybody. Confidence is it's sexy. It makes you attractive. People want to work with you. You destroy your competition when you exude confidence, when you act like you don't need it, when you just go out there. What does Chris Lopez say? Hi, Claude. Did you dye your hair? You look 20 years younger. Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay, thank you. I also got this Floyd the Barber in Mayberry, North Carolina haircut here. It's coming out. Oh, yes, I do dye there's nothing wrong. I exercise every day. I run, I swim, except when it's cold and rainy outside because all the pools are outside here in California. Look your best. Be your best. Feel good about yourself, no matter what. We all have challenges in our life. We all have negativity. We all have unexpected, unintended consequences come into our life. But can we get back on the horse? Okay. I love Westerns. I always use cowboy analogies. Can we just every day go out there and say, I'm going to talk to a few people. I'm a good person. I'm going to make something positive happen. I'm going to help them solve problems. And if they say no to me, God bless them. And if you can have that consistent, positive, energetic behavior, you will see magic happen all the time. Because as I always say, no one deserves success more than you good people. No one. You deserve it. I know how hard you work. I know with your good intentions, okay? You don't need the Lamborghini or those fancy overpriced watches or your own private jet. You just want to pay your bills and live like a friggin' human being, don't you? Absolutely. You want to take care of your family, your responsibilities. You want to go to bed and not think about money. You deserve that because I know how hard you work. My goal is to get you there quicker and to make you a little bit smarter and do the things that other really smart people do. And learn from those people who are willing to teach you and willing to be accountable to you. My name is Claude Diamond. I do answer my own phone, 619-206-5960. My webpage is claudediamond.com. I'm easy to find. You guys are so good looking and intelligent. That's a little bit of stroking there. You know what I was doing. Absolutely. Have a wonderful holiday. Have an extra slice of ham. What's the name of that really good ham store? Oh my God! Who makes those hams? It's crunchy on the outside. Those. Have you ever gone to a honey baked a ham store before Easter? Like on Thursday before Good Friday. The line goes down the street. It is amazing. They're a little price. What do you think a honey baked ham goes for now? I bet you a 1.5, 2 pound honey baked ham probably goes close to 75 to $100. Am I wrong? You guys tell me anyway. Hey, have a great day, a great holiday. Be safe, be prosperous. Hug your good loved ones today. Enjoy every day is a gift and enjoy it and be confident. Go out there and enjoy. You deserve it. Bye-bye.